Hello and welcome to Mic Drop, where I'm going to help you ace your next audition, or just learn to sing a little better. So today I want to talk about vocal ranges. So why is that important to know? The vocal range is how high or how low you can sing. And it's very good to know that because you're going to get asked this a lot. Like if you want to try out for a choir, or you want to try out for a musical, or if you want to take voice lessons, they're going to ask about your range. Especially in musical theater, there are parts that are written for high voices or lower voices or voices in between. So it's really good for you to know where you fall on that. And that being said, through work and through careful training of your voice, you can expand your range. But it's nice to have a snapshot of where you are right now. So let's start at the top. The highest voice part is the sopranos. So these are typically singers with the highest vocal range, ranging from about C4, middle C, to high C6 or even higher. So C6, that's very, very high. But a true soprano will likely be able to hit that. So if you go to a piano, C4 is middle C. If you're a piano player, just right in the middle of the keyboard, like in the so that gives you an idea. So starting there, going way up into the rafters. We also have a mezzo soprano, and the mezzo soprano have a little bit lower vocal range than sopranos, so it's kind of the medium one, about A3 to A5. And so these are just suggestions too. Like people are going to vary, like their lower range and their upper range. These are just kind of, ballpark suggestions. Under the mezzo sopranos, we have the altos, and these are singers with a little bit lower vocal range, typically from F3 to F5. And so, in like a choir, most often female singers will sing soprano, mezzo soprano, or second soprano, sometimes called alto or second alto, which is even lower. Though there are some instances in which male singers can cross over into some of the other parts, like alto. Same thing with going with tenor, bass, and baritone. These are traditionally male singing parts, but there might be some women with lower voices that can go down and sing tenor, for example. So tenor, this is a high vocal range, so usually the male voice, C3 usually to up about C5 at the very, very top. That's a very, very high tenor. But that's about it. This is kind of what I'm in. You can kind of tell. I go a little bit, I get, for example, a few notes lower than C3. I can usually sing comfortably, and I can go up to almost a C5 most days. C5 if I'm really warmed up. Baritone, that's the kind of the middle part. These are usually male singers with a mid vocal range, about A2 to A4, though they're probably some room on either side of that. And then basses, the lowest vocal part of all, E2 to E4, approximately. So it's important just to know these. Just go to a piano if you can play piano, and just start at middle C and go up and go down and see where you are and see, okay, what am I? Or just go as high as you can go without straining your voice. Go as low as you can go without straining your voice. And typically we talk about your comfortable voice and your regular singing voice. Like a lot of men can use falsetto to go even higher, but your true range, most of the time, we're talking about what you can sing comfortably in your normal singing voice. All right, so if you don't know already, go out and test yourself, or find somebody who plays the piano if you don't, or plays an instrument and can test you. There are also ways online that you can test yourself. There's YouTube videos that will allow you to determine what your range is. So, armed with that knowledge, you can better move forward. All right, now go out there, drop that mic.